Welcome back to Zeke1 Plays. So glad that you joined me here. Let's talk about Mega Delphox in this video. What are the stats, abilities? What's the shiny form going to look like? Let's get right into it. As always, thank you so much for joining my channel. Please leave me a comment or a like, or especially a subscription. I'm really trying to push toward 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and every single little interaction helps me get there, so I would appreciate that so very much. But without further ado, let's talk about Mega Delphox. In these kind of breakdown videos, I usually go through, one, what abilities might this Pokemon have when it becomes battle legal in like the regular competitive format of Pokemon. That was probably going to be in Pokemon Champions, so we're looking at quite a few months out. Still fun to speculate about the ability, but more pressingly, what might the stat breakdown of this Pokemon be? And then, of course, for all of us shiny hunters, what could Mega Delphox's shiny form look like? Well, let's jump in today by talking about abilities. Now, the first ability that came to mind is the ability that Mega Delphox already has, which is the Magician ability. Now, this ability is not very impressive, as you can see. This Pokemon steals the held item of a Pokemon that it hits with a move. Now, this is, it's not terrible, right? The problem is, if it works like it did in other games, Mega Delphox would not be able to use this ability because it's already going to be holding a Mega Stone. So this is a Pokemon that it's almost guaranteed to change its ability. A second ability that has been mentioned by other people on YouTube and other places is the ability Dazzling for Mega Delphox. The reason is because this word in particular is used as an adjective in like the website page for Mega Delphox on the official Pokemon website. So I think people are like, oh, they're teasing the ability by putting that word in there. This, it would not be necessarily the most impactful. Now, obviously, Dazzling is a great ability. But on Mega Delphox, you're wanting something really, I think, to boost your power or to give you like an extra utility, not necessarily just to block incoming stuff. The reason why like the one, what is it called, Armor Tail works so good on Farigiraf, the new Pokemon in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, is because Farigiraf is so bulky, right? I don't think any of us are expecting Mega Delphox to be like the most bulky Pokemon. So switching in to prevent priority is going to be really easy for them to just blow you up with some strong attacks. So Dazzling would not be bad. I'm just not convinced that that's what it's actually going to be. Now, there's a couple of ideas that I've had. One has to do with accuracy. There's something to be said in, again, that online page for Mega Delphox on the Pokemon website. It mentions how Mega Delphox is very careful with their attacks. They land precise attacks that never miss. And so, of course, this ability came to mind, No Guard. Now, I want to just say flat out, I'm not expecting it to have No Guard as an ability. But perhaps they're making a calculated or something like that would be an ability, a new ability for Mega Delphox, which makes it where only their attacks do not miss. In other words, it's a one-sided No Guard. Now, that may sound like that's kind of unbelievable, but given this day and age and like power creep and everything, I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. And so I'm very excited to see how that might work out here. No Guard, like a one-sided No Guard. The final thought that I had, and this is just something totally, completely new, is I wondered if there might be some sort of an ability here with Mega Delphox that's brand new that has to do with confusion. Amazing how strong and it's mentioned several times throughout its page, and also like just the way that it has like the 3 different orbs of fire floating around. It could be that maybe Mega Delphox has an ability having to do with confusion, like its attacks have a chance to confuse the opponent, or perhaps even like it has like a confusion benefit if it confuses an opponent. So running Confuse Ray and confusing an opponent gives you a speed boost or something. I don't know. But I do think that it's going to have something to do with confusion or accuracy, but I guess we'll wait and find out. All right, let's get into the talk about the stats. Here, coming up on screen now, are regular Delphox's stats. And these stats are, they're so-so. There's a reason this Pokemon has not been used a whole lot over the years. However, I will point out, surprisingly to me, Delphox's stats have pretty good speed, right? And so I was impressed whenever I first saw that. But here's what I am thinking I would like to see happen with Mega Delphox's stat spread. Yeah. Boost the special attack through the roof. Wouldn't that be super cool? 164 special attack, 121 speed, up the special defense, just a little increase to defense, a little increase to attack, and obviously no increase to the HP. And if you're unfamiliar with this, usually a Mega Pokemon receives 100 new stat points, none of which go to its HP stat. So you can see I increased the speed, and 121 may seem like a weird number, but I think it's important that Mega Delphox does not outspeed base form Greninja. I know that seems kind of random, like why Greninja? Well, they're in a set together as the Kalos starters, and I think it would be important to the developers that no stage of Delphox is able to outspeed the Speedy Frog itself, right? And then we have special attack going through the roof. It just makes sense to me. With it becoming, so much more powerful and being more calculated and stuff, I think we're going to see a major special attack increase. This will make Delphox hit very hard, especially using stab-type moves. The downside, of course, being that Fire and Psychic aren't the best two coverage moves, but it's still going to hit very hard. And imagine this thing in the sun using Fire-type attacks could hit even harder. And so, yeah, defense going up a little bit doesn't matter too much because the HP is not increasing. It still won't be able to eat too many super effective hits, except for on the special side. One other thing to note is this stat spread, 164, 115, 121 on the special and the speed, is kind of reminiscent of a Pokemon that had a lot of success this last couple of seasons, and that is the Fluttermane. There's a few other Pokemon like it, but that are really stacked up on the special side with not a whole lot going for them on the physical side. Now, this thing has a lot of things that I would say Fluttermane has a lot of things going for it that this thing does not have. Being able to hold an item, being able to have an ability that boosts its stats. Also, Fairy and Ghost are just better typing overall. But I still think a Mega Delphox that looked like this would definitely have some viability. And finally, the Mega Delphox shiny forms. As you can see, they're beginning to come on screen now. The first one in the top left is, of course, the base Mega Delphox form, and I'm sorry for the little bit of a posterization effect, but I had to make sure that I made these edges very visible for everybody who's looking at these. And so the top right, as usual, is the one that I'm assuming is going to be the shiny form. It's basically just a tricked out version of regular Delphox with the gray fur mixed with the white and the dark reds. I think it's going to look very beautiful if they go with that. It kind of keeps the same vibe as regular Delphox. And then we have the blue Delphox in the bottom left. Blue fire is always something that I've had a mad respect for in creature designs, but I don't think that they're going to do it. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but I really don't think they will do it because it would be a huge swap from anything that regular Delphox looked like at all, The final option that I came up with was a what I would call like a tempered, heated up steel almost coloration. Like whenever you get a pan way too hot and it has that rainbow coloration. That's kind of what I was going for here. I again don't think this would ever happen. However, the orange and pink flames do seem like they look really good on the end of those sticks. And so, again, I think we're looking at the top right one as the most likely shiny candidate, but these other two kind of got me excited. Like I don't think they can really go wrong with the shiny for this Delphox form. It's going to be so cool. All right, and that is all the information I have for you concerning Mega Delphox. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. Hope it was fun to listen to, and I have a few of them made now, including Mega Dragonite and Mega Malamar, Mega Hawlucha. So if you're interested in any of these breakdowns, please go back through my channel, take a look at them, and of course, we'll be having more coming out for Chestnut, the Pikachu forms, and several others down the road. So thanks a lot for tuning in to Z1 Plays, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your whatever time of day it is. All right, peace out.